This video and this entire trip, honestly, has been made possible by Backcountry PPG. We are a full-service paramotor training and sales company based out of Salt Lake City, Utah that strives to bring you the best possible paramotoring experience. Start your paramotoring journey with us. Visit the link in the description for more information right after this video. Just about a month ago, I crossed the border into Mexico in my blue school bus Goose. If you'd asked me at the time why I was going, I wouldn't really have a good answer, besides somebody told me it would be cool. And while I'm still trying to figure out exactly why I came down here, and I'm gonna make a movie about that. One of the biggest reasons was to escape the cold weather and fly my paramotors and paragliders as much as possible in Mexico. So in this video, I want to share with you 5 of my favorite flying moments so far after 1 month of flying in Mexico. Okay, so these aren't in any particular order, but number 1 is, in my opinion, pretty obvious. It's the first time I flew in Mexico. Now, I absolutely didn't expect this to be a free flight, but on a trip like this, you work with what you're given, and that was the best way to enjoy the conditions at the time. It wasn't that big of a spot, but as just a, hey, oh my gosh, we're flying in Mexico, it was pretty great. Okay, number 2 was on Christmas Day, flying over a bunch of sand dunes. Sand dunes are pretty much always a good time. For some reason, it always feels like the way the wind has flowed through the sand makes a perfect path for a paramotor. Just the flying feels so flowy. I also had the opportunity to take Clara up on a tandem there, and she really enjoyed seeing the way that the wind sculpts the ground from above. Okay, I'm gonna call this one 2.5 because I wasn't actually flying, but on New Year's Eve there was this perfect wind coming off the water in a town called Mulegé, and I probably sat in this chair kiting for an hour watching the sunset, and it was just a great way to spend New Year's. Anyway, number 3. Honestly, this is definitely my favorite one if I had to pick. It was the flight to the island in the Bay of Conception. Since I started planning this trip and looking at Google Maps, I just knew at some point I had to fly to an island and land on it in Baja. And when we showed up to this particular beach and I found this perfectly pristine beach on the other side of this island about a mile out in the bay, I just knew without a doubt that was the spot I had to go. Flying paramotors is always amazing, but there's a certain type of flight that just makes you go, what the heck is this that I get to do? And that was definitely one of them. Watch the full video, link in the bio. I also hit this really flowy line on the way back to camp. There's nothing particularly exciting about it. It just felt super effortless to me, and I really love flying that just feels like barely even working. Okay, my 4th favorite flight was also free flight, and was honestly pretty early in the trip. We were parked up on a pretty small cliff right by the sea, and I knew if the wind blew off the water, I would totally be able to soar this thing. And sure enough, one of the days we were there, it did. That would have been pretty sweet on its own, but while I was soaring, the wind switched about 45 degrees and started blowing more up this much larger face, and I was able to make the transition from the lower ridge to the much larger ridge and stay up with a bunch of birds for easily an hour and a half. Shelter me. Take me far from this dry land. That was definitely my favorite free flight experience of the trip so far. And now number 5, kind of a weird one, but it was Clara filming me flying my free ride on my first ever video camera. I brought it on the trip to take stills with, but I honestly just forgot entirely that it shot movies, and when I started filming with it again, it just opened up this entire can of early Judson filmmaking nostalgia I didn't even know about, and it was just cool to capture some flying on that exact camera. Turning up the heat till she's hot in the mud. Oh yeah. So good. Oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, living up every day like my birthday. Superman, me super fly. We can go all day, we can go all night. I said, never felt so good. And so far, after being in Baja for just about a month, those are my 5 favorite flying moments. Leave a comment and let me know which one was your favorite. And don't forget to check out backcountryppg.com.